Slightly early, that's fine. Oh, let's not give you a preview of that song yet. Oh, look at me being super professional. Hello. Let me make sure everything's working. Let me know you can hear me. It's pretty important. Hey, now it's 8 o'clock. Huh? Why is this not? Oh my goodness. Cool. Oi! If you're ever in a crowd and you want to find the Aussies, or find out if they're Aussies, Aussie. Oi. Long time ago, the only time I've been to America, we went to might have been Universal Studios or something like that, and went to a show, and yeah, the lady was trying to find out where everyone's from, and instead of, asking are there any Aussies, she just went Aussie, and it was surprising how many of us were in the crowd going oi. So, well, there's a lot of people watching already. I'm going to try a thing. If I say, so I'm wearing me green The Truth shirt. Turns out they are still in my store, in my new store. I think I can pin a product. I don't know if that actually, did anything. Let me know if that, showed you anything about the shirt. Yay! Alright. Yeah, so, the little one is in the bathroom. I dare not say his name lest I summon him. But he's settling. He's 8 months old, and I'm starting to get more of my life back. He's almost 9 months old. I'm starting to get more of my life back, so I'm trying to figure out my life in general, what it looks like now with him in my life, because he takes up a lot of my time. But, yeah, I am, my parents are also dealing with him better too. Yeah, no, a lot of my YouTubing lately has just been really short things because I often haven't had the time, but now I want to try and do a little bit better in all parts of my life. So I'm trying to think of what videos did I say I was going to make and what other videos should I make. I did put that form. It should be in the description for this thing. I think I can link it. Hang on, where's the thing to link it? Linkity link. might have shortened it into a... I don't know, I hope it's... Hopefully this is the right link. If you want to leave me a video request, suggestion, yeah, I have a form if you don't want to leave it in a comment or a chat. So far there is, I didn't set up the stream to be able to show you all the suggestions, but so far there's only one anyway. From Ruslan, in brackets, Russell, and then I don't know how to pronounce it, Rushwer. Sorry, there's a lot of noise as usual. And the video request was political rambling, which I think could be difficult. In part being some... Oh my goodness. Goodness, they're loud. Can you hear that? Oh, what is my life? That's so distracting. Yes, he said goodbye. Oh my god. Go away. Oh. There's more rattling. Yeah, Mikey goes to bed a lot later these days. And there is general chaos. No, political rambling. So, tricky things about that suggestion. Blow my nose, I didn't hear it. Yeah, the tricky thing about political rambling is, for one thing, I'm a centrist, and another thing is I'm often disinterested. So if I am interested, I'm more likely to, like, be indecisive and not have a hugely strong viewpoint and maybe just default to the whole nuance thing and get bogged down in that and then not necessarily come up with an opinion, and probably upset everyone. I don't know. But yeah, so that's tricky. And also, like, political rambling about what? Like, if you don't specify a topic, what am I going to talk about? Like, what? I don't even know when the next Australian election is. I think we've got a while, and all the candidates suck. So what am I going to tell you about that? Yeah, what else? I don't know. Do I think Trump will win? I don't know. I haven't been following that closely, because it's like the same old garbage, isn't it? He says outrageous stuff. He's not damaged by it. The other people, I don't know, they do their thing, and American politics is just nutty. So who even knows? Like, America is... you know that joke about how Australia is not real? I think it's America that's not real. It's like the biggest reality TV show where everything is constructed and it's just like drama after drama after drama. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Political rambling. I think I don't care enough about politics to really make a huge video. Like, probably the closest I got was that Adopt Don't Shop video, where I was talking about, you know, the whole thing about people who think you should never go to a breeder for a dog, which is kind of an extremist position. But it's not exactly politics. Like, it's pet politics, maybe? Yeah. I had to leave a group on Facebook because they were so anti-breeder, and I'm just like, this has nothing to do with what the group is meant to be about. And I got to the point where I had to leave, otherwise I was going to start more arguments. Just the people who can't tell the difference between, like, a proper breeder, an ethical breeder, and those puppy mills. Anything can be political if you cry about it hard enough. Yeah, and I'm just, I don't know, I'm trying to get by in my own life. There are the occasional things that annoy me in politics, but I don't know, like, I don't care enough to do very much, and the only power I really have is to vote when voting comes around. So, in the meantime, like, it's not like I'm hugely influential or anything, so telling you guys, most of you guys aren't even in Australia, so am I going to be swaying any opinions and making a difference? Not really. So, yeah, I don't know. Political stuff. I mean, Australia does plenty of dumb political things. Like, we're trying to ban kids from social media, apparently, and age verification, and I'm just like, how are you people going to pull this off? Are all these politicians so old that they never lied about their age online like we did when we were kids? My Neopets account thinks that I'm 100 years old because at the time I was, I don't know, maybe 13, and they used to restrict what you were allowed to do even back then. And so all I did was put my birthday as like 1901, and then I got the full features. Hear that some woman yelled at killing Charles. Yeah, she's a real troublemaker. I don't know how many people take her seriously because she's always pulling some kind of a stunt. And I've seen even, so she claims to be Indigenous. I haven't really looked into it to be able to tell you if that's true or not, but I have seen some Indigenous groups agree with her, but some of them are just like, you idiot. She is unhinged. She was in the Greens party, I think, and was so extreme she got kicked out or had to leave. I don't remember. And if you're too extreme for the Greens, you are definitely unhinged. That's like being too right-wing for Pauline Hanson, who is on the opposite extreme. Yeah. But, with Australian politics, it's different to America. They are. Australian politics is different to America because we all have to vote. So those extremes never really take over. I mean, like the centre sort of moves around now and then, but for the most part, things are fine. Like relatively fine. Nothing's ever perfect, but yeah, at least we're not too extreme one way or the other. I think, though, we sort of lean conservative, but it depends on where your starting point is. Anyway, so yeah, political rambling. Let me just refresh and make sure no one's added anything. Yeah, no, that's the only one. Political rambling, I'm just, like, not really sure. Because apart from, like, random comments in a live stream, what do I have to talk about? Most multi-party systems tend to be a bit more pragmatic. Yeah, but also just, I think compulsory voting is a big part of it because your average person isn't that extreme. And in somewhere like America, I mean, like, it's not like, I'm not an expert, I'm not claiming to be an expert, but the people who are most likely to vote are the people who are most motivated, and the people who are most motivated are the people who are most extreme. So, what's my favorite pizza? I don't have a favorite pizza anymore. And Domino's got rid of one that I really liked. So, yeah, I don't have a favorite anymore. But my tastes have expanded a bit, so I'm able to eat more different kinds of pizza instead of always sticking to the same shit. Yeah, I mean, the fact that I eat sushi and sashimi now, who even am I? And apparently I walk in heels now, or can walk in heels, although I haven't really done it in any long distance, but I can balance in them and they feel comfortable. I'm like, who the fuck am I? How did that even happen? Anyway, so I was going to go through my computer and try and find video ideas of, like, stuff that I've forgotten to make. Shows. I can't right now. I only have a red carpet. Yeah, but, like, little one, I can't do too much or he's going to wake up. And then that's the end of the live stream, basically, when he gets up and decides to pounce me. Yeah, so what I'm looking for is, I mean, can I make a video walking in my heels? Probably, but I'm looking for, like, that'll just be a short, probably. Although it would be easier to film that if someone could film it for me, so then I don't have to do awkward shit with the camera. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll fucking write it down. I got a new pen out because I don't even know how long I've had that. So video ideas. I thought if I write them down on this very old pad that I've had since high school, so it's at least 18 years old. The earliest dated thing was from 2006, but I think it was older than that because I remember some of this stuff being in primary school, so it would have been pre-2000. Dress up for the heel walk video. Yeah, I just don't have as much time to dress up. It's hard to dress up and fit it in with puppy shenanigans. Like, actually, I have some more fashion photos to post on Instagram. I just haven't had a chance because I'm always so damn busy. And so, like, the backlog is building up because I've had a few events since the last fashion type photo I posted. And, yeah, I even, like, photoshopped one together. I think I posted it on Patreon, so you've probably already seen it. But, like, I just haven't had time to sit down and be like, okay, what am I going to write about this? So that it doesn't feel like a completely shallow exercise of me posting pictures of myself. Do I want to talk about the event? I think that might have been one of the speed dating ones, so maybe I don't want to talk about the event. I haven't actually told my parents that that's what I was doing, so I don't know if they know. Yeah, but, so if I dress up, then I feel like I have to take photos. And then my backlog of photos to post gets even longer. But okay, I will write walking in heels. My handwriting is a bit awkward in that. You had to get a notepad because the computers were going to shut down. I don't know, I've had this for ages. There's like little kid Pokemon stuff in there. And so I'm certain it was pre-high school because I have a very distinct memory of sitting in a particular spot at school, and that was definitely primary school. But yeah, then I also had like this really optimistic one from 2009, so I would have been YouTubing at the time, and it's like a sort of schedule of how my day should be, and my day was never like that. Oh my god. Walking in heels. No, I'm talking about, okay, so I wanted to go on a rant about Dell. Because of what they did to my old computer, which I haven't even shown YouTube the new computer, I don't think, because it happened around the same time I got Triton and I was super busy. Dell rant, there's also like companies I hate now. I'm gonna make a video about that. I have a ridiculous number of unboxings from the past year. Yeah. Maybe there's a copyright. No, some of them are dated, but the only, like, the earliest date that I could find that I actually wrote down was 2006, but I definitely know that some of it was from primary school, and primary school me just didn't think to put dates on things. Unboxings from the past year. I've got a lot of ants videos. But I've got to edit them together because, I mean, you'll understand when it comes out. Is the cover still there? It's just a, like, regular notepad. Oh no, there's no cover. The cover came off. And I think I was a little bit embarrassed about some things. I don't know if I've ripped out stuff, but it's like, no looking at weirdo thingo. So I didn't want anyone to look at it. And then on the other side, I'm not sure which side was the front or the back, but there's like, I think I was trying to draw some kind of Digimon, or there's one's a Pokemon. I'm not sure what young me was trying to do there. There's like a Pikachu, and then this sort of like mutant thing, and that's like a Bulbasaur. Yep. Anyway, younger me. But yeah, I don't know. I think it looks kind of thin, so I must have ripped out some pages and I have no memory of what those would be. Pikachu powered robot? Maybe. I did watch, like, Neon Genesis, so it's possible. Oh no, it also has like a face on its stomach. I don't know. Could even have been like a sort of Power Rangers fusion monstrosity with Pokemon. Oh no, I think he's realised that I'm... Oh good, he's just sitting. I don't know if you can see. Usually I'd be playing music. And he tends to... I need to keep making noise, because when I stop making noise, then he thinks it's time to get up and go to bed and do our night routine. So I'm going to keep talking and not have any silences, which is hard because then I can't think about what's the next thing. So we've got walking heels, Dell rant, companies I hate now, which is sort of on a related note, unboxings from the past year, ant videos, and then I have heaps of files that are like YouTube to-dos, but they're all over the place and I need to kind of consolidate them. So I've got to find them. There was my old desktop on the old computer. Shit, there's also like 2019 goals and to-do. There's probably like some YouTube stuff in there. I haven't bought Word yet, but at least I can still open it. It just harasses me to get Microsoft 365, which I'm not going to do. I think what got voted for, did that, I put this shirt, did that appear anywhere? Because like there's this thing that says you can pin a product, but I have no idea what that even means. So if anyone knows, and then I can unpin it and stop, get rid of that. 2019 goals and to do. Oh my goodness. 1 painting every month. Read 1 book per season. Oh my god, good luck. Oh, there's the cruise video. I never posted that. The 2018 cruise video. There's also like a bunch of gardening videos, although I don't know that I can sit through all that. I'm so glad I figured out I could just live stream those things, although I don't think I could live stream at the time. I do see an ad for the green shirt bottom left. Heels and related ramblings. Okay, so looking at that green shirt, if I then unpin it, does anything happen? Is it gone now? Has the green shirt disappeared? See, I'm kind of curious. It's gone? Okay, cool. So anytime I mention the green shirt, I'll just like pin it. And then when I put my shirt away, oh, it's gone. Cool, okay. That's interesting. No, YouTube keeps coming up with stuff. Okay, other to do, self-authoring course. Somehow I didn't fall for your phishing scam this time. I've got a copy of the self-authoring course. Wow, stumbling on that. Jordan Peterson has because he's a psychologist, he has this course, and somehow I can't remember how I got access to it, but someone had a free extra copy, and so I got that ages ago and just never actually filled it out. I think I just deleted stuff that had already been entered in there, and then I thought maybe I shouldn't enter my stuff in there because I don't know who else has access to this account, if it's actually been given to me proper, if someone's just, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, but I think that's all about finding your purpose. And I haven't really had a chance to go through and do that, so that was something I was going to do, but, yeah, and I think, it's designed for college kids, and it's supposed to work best for male college students, and I am neither of those things. I'm old and cranky, and I've already fucked up my life, so I don't know if that's still worth doing. Bonsai stuff, music stuff, wow. That is not what I meant to be looking at. Where is the YouTube section? Is there a YouTube section? No, there is not. Okay. There was no YouTube goals in 2019, apparently. Oh, it just said vlogging. Oh, see folder for video ideas. Which folder passed me? My god, okay. Hey! It's Noctica! Yay! Yeah, I'm just trying to think of, what videos I want to make. The only suggestion I got so far is political rambling, but I'm not that political, so... yeah. I don't know. And then I've been going through and finding ideas from past me, although Mad Simple wants me to walk in heels, because apparently that's a thing that I do now. I don't know what's going on with me, because, I've avoided heels most of my life, but then I accidentally ordered some maybe last year, and they were actually really comfy, and I didn't have problems walking in it, although I did have to, ask my brother for advice. of all people. And then we ended up Googling it because we couldn't figure it out. But then it's just like, just walk normally. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, and they're surprisingly comfy. And it scares me that I can walk in heels now because that means I can buy any shoe. And then just yesterday, the best glasses for heavy metal. Oh my god, I have gigged in glasses and it's not fun because when you get sweaty and you're headbanging, like they fly off. And also I've been in the crowd at a gig and I like tried to do the devil horns and I like accidentally caught it and my glasses went flying. So yeah, I should really like just wear contacts for that stuff. Heels aren't bad outside the fatigue. All shoes unlocked. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really gone anywhere for a long time in heels. Like I've just done walks around the neighborhood. Wear goggles. What content do I feel like making? See, that's what I don't know. I don't have any current obsession. But I'm, you know, because my fluff monster is chilling out and I can start doing more with my life. I'm like, well, what do I want to do with my life? I would like to go to more gigs and, you know, my parents are getting more settled into the routine of looking after him when I go out. So that's cool. I think I've only been to your gig though, and then I haven't been into any others, but I have gone to a few art events because, you know, it's easy to get to and doesn't go too late. I'm such an old granny. But yeah, I'm just... What? What? Oh, are you making fun of the way I talk? I am Aussie. And I think, though, sometimes my accent changes depending on what I'm watching. Like, I did work at a place, and, like, one day, someone asked me if I was American, and then the next day, someone asked me if I was British, and I'm like, I'm just absorbing accents. It was weirdest when I went to Japan, though. Vloggy style stuff at those events. Ooh, it's tricky. I feel a bit uncomfortable making videos outside the house. Yeah, or no clear accent. Like, when I was in Japan, I was mostly speaking, like, broken English and Japanese, like, bad Japanese. And then when I came home to Australia, like, this is after a month in Japan, and I started speaking normally again, I could actually hear my own accent for the first time in my life, and I was horrified. I'm like, oh no, I sound so Aussie. It took me a while, like a day or two, to stop hearing that. And also, like, looking at Australian money again after looking at Japanese coins for a month. That was a thing. A New Zealand accent. All I know is, like, I'm beach diz. Beach diz brew. I don't know. Yeah, I don't pay enough attention to no accents, and like this is why I tried to do drama in high school and I just sucked at it. I mean, I've made a video about acting and why I think I couldn't do it, and I think it's partly to fish and chops. You want a chop, bro? A potato chop? I like the one with the snail. The second episode of Beach Diz. Beach Diz? Yeah. I've lost my train of thought. Also, I think I pick up random things. So, like, every time I'm in Japan, I pick up something new. And, like, I remember one time I picked up nani, and I just, like, I never heard a weeb say that. So, like, eventually later, I realized I was saying it, and then I found out what weebs were, and I'm like, shit, I sound like a weeb, and because I look white, people think I'm a weeboo. But also, I tend to say in it, and I think that's a very British thing, and that confuses people. Yeah. And there's just, like, odd things about the way that I speak that I notice occasionally. But yeah, what kinds of videos do I want to make? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I've also got, like, lots of video ideas that I haven't got around to. Like what happened to my computer. Like, it's a really good computer, the one I have now, but, you know, I made those videos about Alienware, and I was very positive about Alienware and Dell. And after the experience that destroyed that computer, and then how I ended up with this new one, I need to talk about that because, don't buy Alienware anymore. I'm going back against that. Things used to be good with Dell, and now, I don't know, if I need another new computer, I'm gonna go to one of those custom builders. What am I using at the moment? I was using an R8. Aliens. I was using an R8. I got that in, I think, the end of 2019. Video idea. I got that at the end of 2019 because my old computer, I don't even know how old it was. I think I was still living with my ex when I got it, so that's how old it was. Yeah, the graphics card finally died because when I was doing more video stuff, it was just not coping, and I was, oh my god. Anyway, so when I got that computer, I went all out. I maxed out that computer basically. So it had a 2080 Ti and was it a 9900K Intel? I forget the exact numbers. It was like the top thing, like max, I think it was like 64 gigabytes of RAM. I didn't max out the storage. I think it was like 3 terabytes of storage, so like something insane like that. And then I had premium support thing, and like probably it mixed whether that was a good idea. Basically had an issue. Like, I had issues now and then, and they would send someone or send me a spare part and it was fine. But on the last issue that I had, the tech they sent clearly had no idea what he was doing, and me not being assertive enough in real life and being kind of passive, I should have said something like, what the fuck are you doing? But I didn't. And basically 3 technicians and many weeks later, my computer was still fucked, and I had to get legal with them, and I ended up with an R16, and because the old machine was maxed out, the new machine is maxed out, so I have not the top processor. I think it's like 14900, not a K, it's it's the top one that's not overclocked, and I forget what that is. Like, maybe it's an F, or I don't know, it doesn't have the integrated graphics. And because there's no 4080 Ti card, I ended up with a 4090. And I don't even play video games. Or I don't play many video games because the high-end ones make me sick. But at least now, when I do have to edit a video, it's actually quite fast. Even compared to the old one. So now I have this insane, and like, the hard drives, they don't put regular hard drives anymore, so it all got upgraded to solid state drives, and it's just like, oh my god. And I think, I don't know if the old one had DDR4 RAM, but it's like DDR5, and it's just like ridiculous machine. And it's their fault, and I had to do the whole legal thing, which I've had to do with them before to get proper attention, because the communication is a bit dodgy sometimes, but this time it was really bad, and they didn't explain to me that they were going to give me a whole new computer. Like, I didn't want them to replace my computer because I know about how, what is it, the, like, you know, the crypto mining thing, people were burning out cards doing that, and so I didn't want to get like a refurbished card that's been God knows where, because I assumed I'd be getting the same model of computer, but no, they had to upgrade me to the latest thing. And so yeah, long story short, but I have, like, so the video, I'll probably go through, like, the ridiculous, like, what happened, and the back and forth that involved. Like, it took a month or so, and then the new computer, I had to, like, wipe the old computer, back up all my shit, wipe the old computer, box it up, and then, you know, transfer everything onto that, and then send the other computer back. But they didn't send anyone for 2 weeks until I told them, hey, I still have this damn computer you asked me to box up and gave me a deadline for. Like, when are you fucking picking it up? This is the stupidest situation. And now I have, like, okay, so I got the 5-year premium support plus whatever, because I'm like, if I'm buying such a good computer, I want it to last me a decent amount of time. And it's paid off. That, like, now I have this insane thing, but I'm just like, if I have to buy another computer, I don't want to self-build myself because I don't have the time for that. But like, there's these people in Melbourne who make really interesting computers. I was almost going to do this if Dell didn't replace it. Because then I was like, you know what? I can get my logo printed on a custom computer by these people. I don't care how much it costs. I'm fucking gonna do that. Thank God I didn't have to. But the next computer that I need, I will probably just go completely out of my mind because I am like that. Yeah. I can't help myself. How authentic is Outback Steakhouse? I don't know if I've been to one, or if I have, it's been a very long time. I might have when I lived with my ex, but there's none near me. Raspberry Pi. I've played you with Arduino. I did try and do a mechatronic engineering and medical science degree, and I went to main campus and joined like some kind of nerd club, but it moved a little bit too slowly for my interests. And you know, Arduino, just getting some lights to flash. I'm like, why? This is so boring. Can we actually do something fun? I don't know. My expectations of uni are always like... Anyway, we went to school to build robot doctors. Yeah, that was my idea. Like, this is... It might have... I think it was after I broke up with my ex. And I'm like, I need to get my life together, and how am I going to make money? And, well, I'm good at maths and sciencey things. I like robots, and if you're going to use robot technology, well, I had given up on AI. What I call AI, not what people today are calling AI, which are just, you know, pattern machines and algorithms and stuff. I'm not impressed. I'm talking like self-aware AI. That's what I wanted as a kid. Maybe it was better that you didn't go ahead with that. You just built up. You guys know me too well. Yeah, no, I was very interested in robotics when I was a kid. In hindsight, knowing my psychology now, it's probably because I was lonely and I was going to build myself a friend or an army of friends to go and take over the world. But then now I have dogs. And I have the internet. So, you know, not lonely anymore. Because I can just rant into the wind and control my social interactions. Great thing about the internet. Everything's at an arm's length. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, I thought, after I broke up with my ex, I think I was trying to get my life together, and I thought, how am I going to make money? And also, what's an industry that would be worth getting into? And I thought, mechatronic engineering and medical science, integrating robots with humanity, you know, helping people walk again, artificial limbs, eventually we'd all become cyborgs. Yep. But I didn't even last till census state. This is like, I mean, the chemistry unit, I couldn't remember a lot of high school chemistry because it had been a long time since then. So that was a bit of the like, hey, which way do I turn the Bunsen burner? Like, is it meant to be open or closed when I light it? I can't remember. But also, like, when we got up to the, like, in the programming sort of units, you know, I went into my first lecture and they're like, this is a system with a diagram. It has inputs and outputs. I'm like, shit, man, I just want to build robots and have fun. And so, you know, I got my old Lego kit that I used for music school. Yeah, I got my little Lego robot to play keyboard. I think that video is still up somewhere. Yeah, and I'm like, you know what, though, that kind of robot. I just want to make something do stuff. And fuck all this uni shit. Yeah, the classes were so boring and things were just, like, not what I was interested in. And I think that's what I like about art is, like, I can do anything in art. I just have to figure out how. Do the robot. I actually did do some dance classes where we did popping and locking, but I think that was in high school. It was a long time ago. And it's like, you know, you've got to try and, like, pop your joint. And I can't do it sitting down. But we did sort of things that can, like, gave me the idea of the basics of how you do a robot dance. Walking in heels / robot dance. Yeah, heels. I don't know, it's weird. It's like, I mean, this is the thing, this is where my sense of self gets really screwed up, because I have these ideas about myself, like I don't eat raw fish and I don't walk in heels. And then all of a sudden, like, during the pandemic, the first time we got out of lockdown and we went to a Japanese restaurant, suddenly I'm eating sashimi and Mum's like, what the heck? Because I had to fight her off with my chopsticks. And she was confused because she's like, but you don't eat that. And I'm like, apparently now I do. And then now with the heels thing, I'm just like, since when did I be able to walk in heels? Like, the makeup thing is also weird, but at least that was more of a conscious decision. Whereas the heels thing is just like I accidentally ordered heels. Because the ad said they were flat and I had to go back to the shop and be like, hey, your ad said this. And they gave me a partial refund because I was like, they're too nice to give them up and they're surprisingly comfortable. But yeah, no, yesterday I managed to score. Is that yesterday? Is today Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is. Days last so long for me. Anyway, yesterday I managed to get some free boots. Do you want to see them? Because they're pretty epic. Oh, yes, he's disappeared. Check these out because, like, and I can walk in them. Here I am. Free boots! And they've only been worn, like, once, and then she decided they were too steep for her, and, then just had them in storage for ages, and then I saw a post on Facebook being like, hey, if no one wants them, they're going to Vinnie's. Like, she put them on Facebook Marketplace and no one wanted them. And I'm like, I will have them for free. And I drove. Well done me for driving. Do they make you jump higher? I haven't tried jumping in them. Not these ones anyway. I just, like, tried them on for size. Now, the trouble is, because I have skinny fucking legs, I had to tighten them as tight as they'll go. And they're Killstar, and Killstar seems to run a little bit big. So I'm gonna need to get insoles. But yeah, like, look at the size of that. Do you want me to get a ruler? Because it's a little bit hard to gauge just how massive these are. Look at that! That's insane! Like, anyway, so I have massive boots again, finally, and I can walk in them. I'm not sure for how long. Are those space boots because your feet are out of it? Yeah, they're very tall. And they just fit the length of my leg, and then they sort of get a little bit awkward around the knee, but they were free. And I know now, like, with Killstar, I've got some other Killstar boots. I know now with Killstar, I have to order probably a size down. But yeah, otherwise, it's just like Killstar, I think they're designed for a slightly wider leg. And for me, with the narrowness of my feet as well, is it Anthony Wang boots are a better fit for me because I think they're more Asian and I'm half Asian. My feet are better suited to that. So I don't know that I would really order more Killstar unless I really, really like it, because there are one pair of shoes that they don't feel good. But that's on my unboxings from the past year. I think the first ones I did silently, and so I'm gonna have to go back and, like, narrate them or and then just, like, do a massive video of unboxings. Where was I up to? I've probably got, like, random unboxings for other things coming in. But no, I already posted the male can ducky ones. If you didn't see that, it's magnetic. I put it on the... Huh? Where are you? Oh, I was doing it the wrong way because it's not mirrored. Look at him with his little knife. Anyway, I found that this desk is actually magnetic, so I can have my little ducky there, threatening out of the room. To cruise video, the gardening videos. Oh, where is the rest of... So, 2020... Oh, I have a list of, like, everything that went wrong in 2020 up until whatever date I stopped doing it. Oh, it might have only been till March, and then I'm like, this year is just too much. Because even before the pandemic, 2020 was just a fucked up year for me. Oh, go away, Microsoft. Oh, with the Microsoft thing. So I think that most of you voted for me to just buy Office instead of Word only. But anyway, 2020 goals. Oh, cover videos. I need to do more. There are songs that I wanted to do, covers, and then I'll figure out what covers later. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's the kitchen video. I know, you guys are like, why, what kitchen video? Oh dear. God, and I had like a whole EP planned that I'm probably not going to do anymore. Now that I actually have a diagnosis, I had like an idea for a concept EP that was to do with like, I don't know, I guess being undiagnosable, but now I have one, so, oh well. I had fitness goals, oh my god. And once again, continue YouTube vlogging, C folder for video ideas. I don't know where that folder is. Alright, well, that one wasn't very helpful. What is next? Yeah, I don't know, I don't really know what I'm doing with my life. I hope my band is going to get moving soon. I was showing off my boots and being like, guys, when are we gonna gig? We haven't even rehearsed yet, so. But yeah, they're still working on their parts, so. Oh dear. Yeah, I copied all this stuff from my old computer. Where is the list of YouTube stuff? There's one called videos to edit. That might have been one of the gardening ones, actually. But yeah, if you think of anything I said I was going to make a video about and then forgot, let me know. Oh, goodness me. And then some of these folders I moved around. Oh my god, I think I found the folder with all the gardening stuff. And it's got, how many items? Almost 1,000 items in it. Some of them are photos though, thank god, but there's a lot of video and I do not want to sit through that all. So I don't know, I'm like, maybe I should just hire someone to sit through my crap and do a supercut of that. Oh, there's one called Files to Sort. Well done me with like, oh my god. I think that's like Instagram stuff I was going to post on Instagram and just never did. There's music ideas. I've got to see that's another thing I want to do is work on my own music. But music doesn't come that naturally to me. Like I am more of that maths and science nerd kind of type. And so like with the band, every band, I'm always the finance person. I mean, my parents are finance people, so you know, that's just a thing I do. Okay, maybe that is not the folder. There's a folder called YouTube. Video ideas! I don't know if this is the right one. There's one, why I declined EMDR, except that my current psychologist is trying to get me to do EMDR, so maybe that one's not relevant anymore. Oh, goodness me. A lot of this is like just not relevant anymore. Oh, there's the people who always think I'm like, you know, the MBTI thing. One of the weirdest things about making mental illness content, and especially when I came out with the schizoid diagnosis, is then these randoms, like I found a website where I was listed as an example of one of the MBTI things, and I'm like, none of these people ever asked me, have I taken a test and what were my results? They just decided based on how I present in a video that I must be this particular one. I can't remember which one they... what's happening with the... I need to get a proper camera at some point. Hey, webcam, there you go. Yeah. But, like, MBTI, it's outdated, and it kind of only works if you're one of the extremes, and it can change, and, like, personality can change over time. I think as a society, we put so much value into things like personality when it's not as set in stone or super fundamental as we think. Like, the brain can change how to cook kangaroo. Oh, like, you can just go up to the supermarket and buy a thing of kangaroo. Like, that's the thing. And it's very sustainable, because they're not kept on farms, and they just roam the countryside, and there's actually a lot of them. So when, like, California decides we're being mean by having Nike shoes made out of kangaroo skin or whatever, it's like, these were pests who were destroying the countryside, and we had to do something about it. At least we're using all parts of the animal. Like, if you're going to kill an animal, you should use all the parts, not just for food, but for leather as well. Like, don't waste it. I think that's also, like, I don't know, being half Japanese, like the Japanese mindset, because there's not really, like, veganism and vegetarianism is very rare in Japan, and I think it's because of some of that Shinto attitude of, like, you know, you thank whatever it is for its sacrifice, and that goes for inanimate objects as well, because in Japan, everything has a spirit. Wrap it in bacon because it's so lean, you could. Yeah. No, little fluffball, wherever he's gone, he likes kangaroo. I dare not say his name lest I summon him. But yeah, no, kangaroo, very lean because it's not fatty. It's not like a lot of farm animals are bred to put on weight quickly. Kangaroos are just wild animals. But yeah, there's a lot. They overrun certain places, and it's just not good environmentally. From what I understand, not that I'm any kind of expert or pay that much attention. But yeah, no, you can just go up to the supermarket and buy kangaroo these days. There's heaps of it everywhere. What's a bit more interesting is crocodile. I've had crocodile pizza. I think I've mentioned that before. I wasn't particularly impressed. Where was I with these video ideas? Okay, so maybe the MBTI thing, and just sort of be like, guys, calm down. But also, you should have asked me, because I have done online tests. I haven't done, like, the official one, because I think that costs money, but I've done online ones and I always get the same thing. Although I haven't done it in a while. Crocodile sounds like it tastes fishy. I don't know that I could taste anything. It was just chewy, and I could only really taste the sauce. I mean, because it was in a pizza, right? So yeah, I wasn't that impressed, because, like, the texture was just, yeah, I don't know. Oh my gosh, there's, like, a request from someone about 2008. I don't know, I'm gonna have to find where that was saved. Oh, someone asked me a question about, like, dissociation and schizoid, and I did take a screenshot in case that disappears, but the dissociation and schizoid, because I did have some other thoughts on that. See comment if I can find it again. Yeah, I don't know. I've had some comments lately about, like, I don't know, I think one of the things that I find kind of annoying talking about my mental illness, like, I only talk about it in certain videos, but because of the way that the algorithm works, I think some people are only being recommended my mental illness content, which is fine, because if that's all they want to watch, the algorithm is doing its job right. The trouble is, they don't actually look into what the rest of my channel is, so they think all I do is mental illness content, and so I've had comments telling me not to make it my whole personality, because, like, you know, there's the whole thing about kids on TikTok who, you know, write down their mental illnesses in their bio like it's some kind of badge of pride, and they assume that I'm the same, especially because I look younger than I am, and I'm just like, no, if you look at my channel, I make whatever content I feel like. It just so happens that schizoid is, it's a bit of fluff, it just so happens that schizoid is part of my experience, and so if it's something that I feel like talking about, or if it's relevant, I am going to mention it. I'm not going to not mention it just to avoid putting off people who think too many people are making mental illness content, or whatever their problem is. But yeah, I don't know, if they actually looked at my channel, you should make ant videos your whole personality. The thing is, there are channels like that. There's a few, and there's some who try and make it super dramatic, and I'm just like, really? I mean, ant videos are the troll part of my content, I think. But, like, they are fascinating. It's just, like, my current thing, like this mega ant video, I've been working on it for almost a year now. And it's very slow, and there's been, like, zero progress. It progressed for a bit, and then it went backwards. I don't know. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, there's some ideas that are just not, oh, dear. There was one to do with schizoid, but it's about the Wikipedia article, because there are some issues. I don't know. Maybe I should just be like, okay, so where is this file kept? Or maybe I should update it. It's like, I'll just write down the file path. So desktop, YouTube, and then it's called video ideas.txt. I'll just see if there's anything, like, though, that seems more urgent. I feel like some of these things I've covered, like, just casually, like socializing for a reason. You know, I can't just hang out with people. It's rare for me to do that. I have, like, one real life friend who I will just hang out with. But for the most part, it's got to be like, we're going to a gig, or we're going to a movie, or we have to work together, or we're in a band together. If someone says, hey, do you want to hang out? I don't really know what, like, okay, but why are we hanging out? Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache. Sorry, musician brain, can't help myself. Every now and then if I hear something, my brain just thinks of lyrics and I start singing. I've talked about how to buy gifts, but I'm not sure if I've done that in an actual standalone video. I don't know if anyone cares, because all the people who come to me for schizoid stuff probably aren't buying people gifts. And I think a lot of people don't buy gifts, but, like, maybe it's because I'm half Japanese and I've picked up gift culture, but also I'm good at buying gifts and I see it as like a hunt. So, I don't know, buying gifts is fun. Buying gifts for other people. Buying gifts for myself, I don't have enough feelings. And when people buy gifts for me, I don't have that much feelings. But me buying gifts for other people, that's fun, because then I get the experience of buying the gift and, like, getting the hunt done, but then I don't have to keep whatever it is and crowd my already crowded room. I don't know. Maybe I will do the gift video. But yeah, I think a lot of the Western people watching my videos won't understand entirely. I'm horrible at buying gifts because people never tell you what they want. See, they don't tell you. But what you do is you listen. And you pick up things about them, and you keep a mental list or an actual list. And then, you know, it's sort of like, it's like being a spy, right? I mean, not necessarily, you could stalk people and try and find out shit, but it's like in conversations, they might complain about something, and it's like small. But if you think about it, you're like, this thing would solve that problem. That's what I will get them as a gift. That means I'd have to talk to them. Well, see, yeah, I am unable to escape socializing. I mean, I live with my parents. So if my parents say something, like, I think I might have brought home some chocolate or something. I think there's one where they have, like, fruit tingles embedded. And my dad happened to say, oh, I love fruit tingles. They're so good, blah, blah, blah. So for his, was it birthday or Father's Day? I think it was Father's Day. I got him, like, fruit tingle themed gift. So I found, like, every form that fruit tingles come in. And then I also found an alcohol that it wasn't actually fruit tingle. I think there is one called fruit tingle, but they don't make it anymore. And then the other one that is crap. But I found one called fruit tangle, which was supposed to be similar. And, yeah, I don't know what it tasted like because I don't drink alcohol, but, yeah, it was a hit. And, like, the fruit tingle themed gift was kind of fun. And, like, you don't have to spend a lot of money that way because it's more about putting together the theme. and hunting down these obscure things. Yeah, me going into a alcohol shop. What do you call them? A bottle shop, an alcohol shop. Yeah, and then having to show ladies my ID, and I'm like, I'm so old, my ID could get ID, but anyway. Yeah, the gift buying thing. Oh, there's a rant about ICD versus D. A liquor store? Yeah, probably. I think we call them a bottle shop in Australia, like a bottle-o. Bottle-o. You know, you gotta go to the servo and the arvo, mate. And, no, I'm not bogan enough. I don't get out enough. I think there's, like, something about buying ciggies and talking to Jono and whoever else. But yeah, the ICD versus DSM thing, I don't think I care that much. I don't know, I just don't. I'm not a huge fan of the ICD because I think it's, I think it minimizes mental illnesses a bit in trying to be a little bit too politically correct. But also not just political correctness. I think it's also trying to be so scientific that things no longer have relevance, like with the personality disorders, just lumping them all in together and then having like specifiers. It's like, that's just having the word schizoid, you know what that means, like if you've studied these things. But if it's personality disorder with this and this dimension or specifier, like, that's so much harder, at least from a layperson's perspective. Like, it might be more specific for a researcher, but for me as someone trying to understand my own mental illness, the ICD is fucking mess. And I think with dissociation, they go for structural dissociation, which I don't think is scientifically valid, or it has issues because it doesn't take into account dissociative conditions completely, but it does include things like borderline personality disorder. It incorporates, like, it puts that into dissociation. It just doesn't make sense. Like, the DSM is, I think, makes more sense. And like the DID criteria and the ICD, it focuses more on the distinctness of parts. So even if you don't have memory loss, you can have full-blown DID according to them, whereas the DSM keeps the memory loss thing as a major factor. And I just think that that is more robust and less easy to abuse or to confuse people with. Yeah. Mini rant about DSM versus ICD, but I feel like a standalone video, I'm gonna get all the psychologists attacking me. No. Yeah. Yeah, that's a question for me, but I don't know if I'm going to make it a video. It's about, am I dissociating less as I withdraw from the world, or is it because I'm connecting with related fiction less? And then there's one that's probably a bit more controversial than I want to mention. Oh, there's a cover idea. Something about my unstable sense of self. Our society is so obsessed with identity at the moment, and I don't know, I don't think I ever grew out of that teenage angst of who am I, what do I want in the world? I don't fucking know. Oh, yeah. What else have we got? The schizoid diagnosis thing. Oh, hikikomori versus schizoid. I think other people have talked about that, and I just don't care enough. Some of this stuff, like, see, if it's something like that, this is the other thing about the political thing. If I was going to make videos about some of these things, I need to research it so that I stand a chance at knowing what I'm talking about. But if I'm not interested enough to research it, then why would I make a video? Like, a lot of political stuff is so complex, and I just don't have the interest to go that deep into it. I have other things that I would rather be doing, including just decompressing from life. Because I need that now and then. Well, there's one about asexuality, but I don't think I want to go there and attract all the weirdos again. Oh, didn't I do an autism quiz at some point? I think there's something mad simple did I do an autism quiz at some point? Alright, I don't know that file was that helpful. Where is my form? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there were some major themes in videos I wanted to make as well. Or do I just like vlog at random? I know I used to talk about like the vampire culture, and I sometimes think about revisiting that, especially now that the Sanguinarius website is down and like the Internet Archive got attacked, and it would be really sad to lose that from the Wayback Machine if anything got that bad. Autism. I didn't do the autism quiz. Oh, maybe it was like, I'm pretty sure I did some kind of thing looking at female signs of autism in females, but I guess that probably wasn't a quiz. I don't know, I can write it down. Autism quiz, and I think someone sent me some ones that were worth doing. I think the last time I did them, though, like, each quiz, I got progressively lower points instead of... Yeah. I thought I had another file to do with... See, my file management is a mess because of having to change computers before I was really ready to. And, like, I had to do all that at the same time that I got little one. And, of course, being a puppy is just, like, insane. And trying to get my life sorted... I just didn't have time to figure out where all these files are going to go. So my documents, are there anything in here that has... There's a folder called ideas. Oh no, those are writing ideas. Oh! So, like I said, if anything happens to me, one of you has to find my hard drives and like publish all the shit in my ideas folder, because there's like some really old... stories that I've written in there that I'm not ready to share publicly while I'm alive. But when I'm dead, you can have them all. Post all my stuff online. Enjoy. And so that folder is in documents, and then my documents, and then ideas. And like some of this stuff, it goes back to like 2006, I think, is the oldest stuff in there. And I did, especially when I left high school, I was writing a lot of stories. And they're not that bad from memory. There's also... Oh my god, they're still there! So, HSC English, that's like the last... For those of you who aren't in Australia, HSC English is like one of the last exams. The HSC, the high school certificate, it's like what gets you into uni. Unless you're a mature age student and go through other methods. But, I still have stories that I wrote for HSC English. And I was also doing 4-unit maths at the same time. So I would actually troll my English teachers by writing stories. Like, it was about journeys, but I used mathematics in my stories. And I still have them. There's literally one called 4-unit fiction. What one was that? Oh my goodness. I don't know if it's formatted right. Oh, that one, I don't know if I actually submitted that one. Okay, guys, you have to publish this shit when I'm dead because it's fucking hilarious. Physical journey as a paradox. It's about, I think, Zeno's paradox. And there's actually... In this text file, I've like drawn up a mathematical formula to explain to my English teachers how to solve the problem this guy has. Can you imagine being an English teacher and you're like, finally I have escaped mathematics, and then you get this, the quiet one, the quiet weird kid in the class submits a story and you have to read this bullshit that has to do with 4-unit maths. Oh man. Well, see, I also wrote stories that were more about my inner psychology, and they were like fucked up. But I think I got some friends to read it, and they were not as fucked up as me, and I think I felt too awkward to post, like to submit those. I think that was in year 11 though, and I don't know that I have any of those stories from that long ago. which is a shame because it would be cool to revisit it, but it was unhinged because I was a lot more mentally unstable back then. You know, puberty's a bitch, all the hormonal stuff. I really do think that I have settled down being on the pill and being on the pill back to back so I don't have hormonal fluctuations, because I think that really messed me up. Like, if you consider that anytime I take antidepressants, even on the lowest dose, I get really bad side effects. And so if you think about hormones and how strong they are, yeah, fluctuating hormones and me being sensitive to changes in my body, not a good combination. And some of you will have seen before I was on the pill what I was like. I don't know, maybe only Paper Vampire in this live stream, unless how many people are watching, you might be hiding in there somewhere. But I was not a stable person. And also my life sucked because, like, period pain was terrible. I'll try to outlive you just to read these stories. Yeah, I was a nutcase. Like, what remains of my original YouTubing, I am sad that I lost the rest of the files. But yeah, what remains, I think you can see some of the unhingedness, but I was worse than that at times. I think some of that's still in me, but it's, like, much better controlled, and I do think stabilizing my hormones is a big part of it. Of course, also growing up, because, you know, like, going through teens and early 20s, that's when you're most, like, trying to figure out who you are, and your brain is going nuts, and now I'm in my mid-30s and old and grumpy, and I don't have time for that sort of angst. But yeah, no, I think the hormones was a big part of it. What is this? Oh, it's not my old passport. Job search. Oh god, I don't need that anymore. Wow, there's a lot of dodgy stuff. There's another one that says passport. Why do I have two passport folders? See how, like, bad? This is why I can't figure out what I'm doing, because everything is saved in these. There's a folder called rants. Oh, I think it's mostly, like, being annoyed at YouTube comments. Oh, and I did do the airing of grievances. Oh, that was on Facebook, though. Yeah, I thought I had another folder of video ideas, unless I consolidated them all already. I just, like, I'm really bad at keeping track of my life these days. And, like, time passes really slowly, so it feels like everything happened ages ago, and then I can't remember what I did a day or two ago, because I can barely remember what I did this morning. And if I wasn't keeping notes for my psychologist, or if I wasn't posting so much of my shit on Facebook, I mean, these days it's mostly puppy stuff, but in the past I would post a lot of stuff on Facebook, I don't think I would remember what I was doing, because I just get distracted, and I don't know, things aren't that important, maybe, and yeah, I can't keep track of what I'm doing with my life. I think that might be all the ones. So, I don't know. Unless I've, like, lost a file, or I must have already consolidated them. But, maybe I should play some video games as well and live stream them, seeing as I have such a ridiculous computer, and it'll probably be able to run OBS at the same time, more smoothly. Like, I remember I did, was it Final Fantasy I played, and Final Fantasy on its own was a bit of a thing, but then having OBS running at the same time, my computer was going completely nuts. The fan was full blast. When this has even more fans, and when it does the self-test thing, it freaks me out. It freaked Triton out one day as well when I ran that. Just having a quick look, I think that I might have, maybe everything is consolidated in that file. Oh, mean YouTube comments. I made a meme. I don't know if I posted that or not. Let's see. Yeah, no. I think I must have already consolidated them into that file. So maybe now I'll just put a star next to that, because that's apparently the file where I've got everything saved. Okay, so on the list, I mean, I should write the political rants, but I don't know that I'll actually do them. So other things on the list besides political rants / ramblings. But I think, like, if I'm going to talk about politics, it's probably going to be, like, just weighing up the different sides, and maybe I won't even come to a conclusion. I'm not sure. It depends on the topic. And, you know, sometimes I'll be more one way than the other. And then on another topic, I'll go the other way. And I don't know. But because I don't know, I don't have hugely set ideas. Like, I can see different sides of things, and then it just makes me indecisive, and I don't like anyone's ideas. Oh dear. You know, voting is hard because I feel like I need to research the candidates and figure out who I'm going to vote for. But, you know, really I could just get my name signed off and draw a scribble, but I feel like I need to actually put an informed vote in. And so I spend all this time researching the candidates, because especially in my area, there's a lot of areas where, you know, only the major parties run, but in my area, we get a lot of randoms. Like, one time we even had a guy who was running and wanted to introduce Sharia law, and I'm like, but how? You would be an independent. You wouldn't be able to. And also, why in this electorate do you think you have a chance? Wow. If he wasn't a troll, I don't know what the hell was going on there. But so actually, sometimes stalking the candidates is fun because there are those complete nutcases who turn up in my electorate. But yeah, I feel like I need to research them all, and there's usually like 10 of them running, so it takes a while. And in the end, my vote is just like 1 in 20 million. And in my suburb, the same people always get in, pretty much. Vote for myself. You should run one time just for fun. Oh. I am sort of getting a little bit locally famous, just because of, like, I've been going to more local events and the way I dress, and then my dog, like, we are getting noticed more. Because he's getting me out more, people are starting to remember me. The trouble is I struggle to remember other people. So sometimes I'll be saying something and then they're like, oh yeah, you told me this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, shit, I'm so bad at recognizing people. Like, you have to have something distinctive about you, or I have to see you a lot. Otherwise, I struggle. But yeah, I don't know, we're getting kind of locally famous. And I do want to be, because it's a conservative area especially, I want to be like that weirdo artist girl or whatever. That would be kind of fun to reach that goal. Because there is like a weirdo artist dude, but he's getting old, right? He actually seceded. I think he seceded from Australia, and it got recognised because he was an artist. I've met him. I didn't really talk to him very long, but I talked to one of his friends, and it's just like, yeah, alright. But so when he dies, we need a new one. Why shouldn't it be me? And sometimes I do dress up. I haven't dressed up in a while. I did walk Hope while I was wearing like cyberlocks and stuff, but I... Yeah, he got upset about something council did and just was like, he made his own micro country on his property. Anyway, yeah, no. But yeah, like I did go walking in cyberlocks and in heels. I think my Patreon members, my cult members have seen maybe those shoes, the ones with the like wings, like the big dramatic wings, not the wings that I put on my sneakers. Yeah, no, I went walking out in those and with my cyberlocks, but no makeup or anything, and just wearing fairly normal clothes. So I definitely looked like, what the hell is going on here? But I haven't really done that so much since getting Triton because it's a bit more of a thing. I'm going to start my own country with Sharia and free pancakes. But where are you going to get the pancakes from? Unless you grow everything yourself, which is a pain in the butt. Like, I'm hoping Mum doesn't buy cucumber seeds this year because I just don't have the energy and I don't care. Cucumbers are better than tomatoes though, because I don't eat tomatoes. And I think cucumbers are easier. Tomatoes get attacked by bugs, whereas cucumbers have more defense mechanisms and they also don't taste as good. So sometimes like a possum will take a bite but then run off and not try again. And they're also spiky as they develop. Making them myself, or People who join have to bring them into my... So you're starting a cult. You're not starting a country, you're starting a cult. By the way, guys, join my cult. I'm on Patreon. Actually, I filmed a short video of Triton, but it's only 30 seconds, and he didn't do what I was hoping him to do. So, like, I'm happy to post it publicly, but I don't know that I want to annoy everyone in my channel with it, so I'm thinking I might post it unlisted, and then post it on Patreon for my free members, because I do have free members, I just keep forgetting to post free posts. Not a cult, a country of like-minded people. I'll have to listen to my laws and instructions. Sure, that's not a cult. Alright, so I'm assuming I have about 15 minutes before little one gets up and harasses me. So the video ideas we have so far: walking in heels / robot dance. I wonder if I can do both at the same time and get two... totally different. I wonder if I can get 2 videos done in one go, walking in heels and robot dance, but I'm gonna have to practice robot dance. Maybe I could make it a dance video in heels, I don't know. We'll see. And try and do, like, you know the way that industrial cyber people dance? It's actually, like, it's harder than you'd expect, which is annoying because for all the effort you put in, it doesn't look very good, but, you know, whatever. Maybe I'll do some of that. There's the Dell rant / Alienware rant. I think I've got also... I did film something, but I wanted to do the Dell rant first, and there's like a puppy interlude. Companies I hate now, unboxings from the past year, out videos, 2018 cruise video. Oh, I think there's also some like unpublished dog videos of like Hope that I came across. Unpublished dog videos. In brackets, Hope, because I found some and I had started to like edit them and just hadn't finished. 2018 cruise video, which has me attempting Chinese terribly from memory. Videos, cruise video, gardening videos, covers. I gotta find my list of covers that I wanted to do, because there were a few, and I've also gotta like practice and also just get my setup, like how do I want to film them now that my music gear doesn't live in here. But I did have that. I've got all my, like, my microphone and my Apogee thing over there as, like, my portable setup. And my SM7B actually works better with the Apogee because the Apogee's preamp is stronger than my M-Box preamp. So it just sounds better through it, which is, like, a weird quirk. It's annoying, though, that, like, I'm sad that all my music gear runs on Apple. I should have gotten Windows stuff, but I guess at the time Windows stuff, there wasn't as much music stuff. But like I've got Fruity Loops, FL Studio, and I really should learn to use it because it's good for electronic stuff, which is what I'm making more these days. Like I like Logic for doing vocals because I like the way that it comps things together. But yeah, I'm on this computer more of the time, so... But all my gear is Apple-based. And, like, do they even make FireWire anymore? I don't think so. My god. Where am I up to? Covers. Yeah, I gotta practice my vocals. I've actually... At the moment, most of the time when I sing, it's singing him for a nap. Like, he almost expects me to sing him to nap. And like I said, I've got to keep talking, otherwise if I have too much of a silence, he's going to come out and be like, you're done? Let's go and play. So, yeah, covers. So I've been singing to him, but I'm often sitting on the ground, so I haven't been doing as much false chord. I've actually been practicing more fry. And I think my fry is, like, I'm getting better at going into fry, but I haven't practiced switching much from false chord to fry. So I don't know if I can do both, but it'd be interesting to see if I can. Because yeah, I don't know, between singing and fry, it's getting easier, but if I do false chord, I usually lose fry. So I need to see if I've gotten better at that, and I think with the covers, generally, I want to do it in false chord, because fry doesn't always sound how I want it to, and then fry, you need to layer it for it to really work, and I try and do my covers in a single take, so I don't want to be layering in extra stuff, and false chord is just better for that kind of, at least on me, it's better for that kind of thing. I know some people edit their covers and whatever, but I'm trying to do it in one go. Because originally when I started doing them, it was because I was trying to join a band, and so I wanted to show what my vocals are really like. I think I probably shouldn't have, because of course other people don't understand that, and they're expecting to hear studio quality stuff with all the effects, and it probably killed my chances a bit. Plus me being female and doing false chord, and all these metalcore guys sort of losing, like just disappearing once they hear me do that, or once they realize I'm a chick. Thanks a lot. Wasting my time. Anyway, no, I just want to show what my voice is really like, especially being a small female. Like, sometimes I've come off stage and people thought I was using effects, especially with Rainbow Death Ray, because I used effects for my violin, and they assumed I was also using it for my voice. And then I had to scream for them off stage with no microphone for them to believe that was actually my voice. And so when I do stuff on YouTube, I feel like I need to do it as raw as possible, because people aren't going to believe me if there's a ton of effects. So, yeah, no, I need to practice false chord more, because I think having not practiced as much, I can feel that, like, I think a lot of the time when I do practice false chord at the moment, I'm trying to be quiet, and so the way that I'm constricting my throat, it's not good. It's not getting the results I want, it's not feeling right, so I need to do, like, proper structured practice. It's just hard with little one, because I have to fit my life in between his naps, because otherwise he's too demanding. Like, he won't sit there quietly while I do singing practice. The way that Hope did. He's too young, and he's also just got so much energy. So yeah, practicing vocals and like trying to fit in my life. Like, I want to do singing, but I also want to do art, and I want to make YouTube videos, and trying to find time for everything is so hard. Like, I wish I had just one interest. But if I just do one thing, I get bored. I need to jump from thing to thing to thing, otherwise I get bored. I'm not able to hold on to any single thing for long enough, so that's why I need to keep changing to keep it all fresh. Oh my god, I'm still working on my poetry book. Have I shown you a preview of this? I'm still, like, proofreading it, and I wrote the preface in November 2023, and we're almost up to November 2024, and I just haven't finished proofreading it. That's coming out eventually, when I can get through that, and then I've got to get Microsoft Word so that I can finish it. What was I talking about? Covers. Yeah, I need to do more singing practice. I think also, like, perfectionism really fucks me up. So with my next song that I'm going to release, I was going to re-record the vocals, but now I'm thinking I will just leave it, and I will use an artistic concept of having authenticity. I've recorded the original vocals as a demo for a band who ended up betraying me, and that's a bit of a story. I think Patreon has heard that story. And then I just took those vocals and then made it into my own style, because I really liked the lyrics that I wrote. But I still have those, it's still that original recording. And if I go for authenticity of the process, auto detuned a new genre. No, it's plenty in tune. I think you will have heard it. It's Fade. You know that Fade? I've posted it in Patreon. A growing chill as the fire begins to fade away. It's pretty good. It's just, I was gonna re-record it and maybe do some double tracking on the growls, but I don't know. Like, the reason I was gonna re-record it is because it was originally recorded for, like, black metal fusion. The new authentic. Oh. Yeah, I mean, so I was going to, because I wrote it for a new genre, I was going to take the vocals out and then think about how do the vocals now sit with this new genre, and what do I need to tweak. But I think I've kind of gotten attached to the old ones. There's certain things that I do there, and then also just the perfectionism really fucks me up, because I could think about it forever and it would never be good enough. And then I was going to double track the growls to beef them up a bit, but now I'm like, no, this song, there's a lot of pain in it, and double tracking would be too manufactured, I think. I think if it's just the original screams, that might be more real and raw. So yeah, I mean, that's my excuse for not redoing it. So all I need to do then is find some time to sit down, mix it, maybe chuck some reverb on the vocals. I don't even know if I filmed it on a good mic, or if I recorded it on a good mic, or if I recorded it on my H4n like I'm doing now. I'm not actually sure. But, yeah, just checking that it is actually on the H4. But yeah, no, probably just chuck some reverb on it, beef up some of the instruments, I don't know. Then I've also got to make a backing track, because I haven't ever performed that one. And then I need to find a new place to perform, because I used to perform at the Townie back when they had Chicks with Picks and also the open mic thing, but I don't know where to go anymore. I think, like, is it Mosh Pit that does open mics? I don't know. I need to, like, actually go and see some open mics to decide if it's the right thing, but if it's not, then I've left the house for no reason. That's my fear. And the other problem is, like, I don't want to be stuck doing open mics for the rest of my life, so I've got to find more people who do electronic stuff. But often when I approach people, they just don't care. They pretend to care, and then I never end up hearing anything about a gig. I'm like, hey, if you need someone to open your set, I have this thing. But, you know, and even people that I've helped out in the past, they just forget I exist. And I don't also know, exactly what scene I fit. Like, I knew the metal scene. I don't really know the electronic industrial scene, and it's got to be, like, live industrial, not doof dance stuff that just goes on and on and on, DJ stuff. It's got to be, like, the live version. I don't know that we have. If we have that in Sydney, I don't know where to find it. Like, I probably just need to get on with industrial metal bands rather than industrial. Especially because, like, at least the vocals are kind of metal influenced, because that's just how I sing. Yeah, I don't know. I do need to get gigging again. Anyway, covers. Practicing vocals. I was going through this list. So, next on the list, the kitchen video, which you've probably seen the results of it, but not really realized. I did film that somewhere. There's MBTI, I can hear trouble waking up. An MBTI rant. There's the dissociation and schizoid thing, which might be the next one that I do, because it's a bit more fresh. Then there's desktop, YouTube, videoideas.txt. There's the video about doing GIFs, how to do GIFs well. Autism quiz, maybe I will do that as a live stream, I'm not sure. Political rants and ramblings, and the unpublished dog videos. Yeah. And is he next to me? I didn't see where he went. Is he not there? Oh my god. If I look him in the eye. Okay, we're about, like, yeah, okay. So the video is probably, this live stream is about to end, so if anyone has any, like, last suggestions or things to say, I'll leave the form up, so if you want to add video requests to that form, yeah, I won't close it. Like, you know, when I've got another form that was about, like, how can I ramble for you today in this live stream, and I usually close that before I do a live stream, but that's because that's specific for live streams, whereas this can be an ongoing thing. So if people have video requests, chuck them there. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared. Where is he? Is he watching me? Where did he go? Oh, he's right under my chair. I can't move my chair. But I've got to do his night routine, especially if I'm going to have any hope of getting to bed on time. I try, like, you've seen this go off every now and then at 11 p.m. I'm trying to at least get to bed before midnight, but it doesn't always happen. I get distracted, and I also, yeah, I am going to get pummeled. I get distracted, but I think it's because I'm so tired that it takes a while for my brain to convince me to actually go and brush my teeth. And also I've been doing, the skincare video. Skincare, I've been doing an experiment. Does my skin look any better than normal in this washed out light? Probably not. I want to get a better camera, but... Skincare experiment. Oh, and there's also some, like, makeup stuff. Makeup... I guess experiments. There's also the 2023 advent calendar. I was gonna attempt, like a full face just using that. Video isn't that high res. Yeah, I put it on the ultra low latency so we wouldn't have too much of a delay. I hope there's not too much of a delay between messages and me seeing them and responding. The lag, latency, whatever. Yeah, no, makeup stuff. I also want to practice more makeup because, like, I've been told things particularly to do with like the smile lines, and I just haven't had a chance to try them. And yeah, did I tell you guys that I walked into a beauty salon the other day? I haven't done anything yet, but that's part of my skincare experiment, was listening to some of that. Maybe I only said it in that video that I haven't published yet because this experiment is still going. Yeah. I know, I'm in the Mecca chit chat group on Facebook, and some of the things that people agonize over is perplexing. But then again, every now and then something comes up and it's like, interesting. Oh my god. No, I made eye contact. He's gonna come and get me. Oh my goodness. Alright, I've given you plenty of time to tell me that you have other thoughts. So let me just show off my green shirt again. Buy my shirts. This was from my last release. Oh, what is it? I'll pin that. Did it come up? The Truth, which is about my psychology. So my EP was about asexuality without mentioning asexuality, except in the title. Yay, you see it. The Truth was about my inner conflict. It's not how I currently feel, but the Venom movie is about to come out, and I did ask a friend if she wanted to come see it, but she doesn't, and I'm like, shit, if I go see this by myself, yeah, if I'm with people, I'm less likely to lose my mind, because I have to behave as much like a normal person as I can, but if I'm going on my own, it depends on what the video's like, though. I have a feeling it's gonna be shit. Just because, like, everything is shit. And it's, like, the third in a... the third isn't always the worst, but I don't know. I didn't really like the second Venom movie. Like, it started off okay, but then it became stuff that I don't care about. Like, the guy with the red hair, I don't know who he is, and I don't care. I don't give a shit. Yeah, the Venom horse. And then they've got, apparently, some kind of thing you can upload your pet's picture, and carnage. Yeah, that was the red thing. But yeah, you can upload a picture of your pet and they will turn it into a Venom thing. And I was just like, yeah, I have a puppy. I do not need him to be venomized or whatever. He's enough as it is. Can you imagine? Oh my god. But yeah, no, anything that has to do with split personality stuff. The Truth! Check out the lyrics. You'll get the idea. It's kind of like having an argument with myself. No, the next song that I'm going to release is more to do with depression, but it could apply to a whole bunch of other stuff. I can hear it making noises. Oh, was that a big huff? He's lying down. He's getting impatient with me. And then I was starting to write another song where I was going to attempt to rap, but I want to rap in a growl, and if I do that, it should probably be false chord, but I don't know, can I rap in Fry? But is it going to sound dumb in my voice? Especially, I don't know that I have the right attitude for rap. I can do it when I'm doing Eminem. But when it's writing my own rap, it's so hard because I don't naturally have that attitude in anything that I do, so... no, how am I gonna... I did start writing things, though, and it was starting to sound okay. I just keep getting distracted and haven't finished the lyrics for it. Oh my god, he's upside down now. I don't know if you can see any of it. I can't move my chair if you're down there. Oh my god, we made eye contact. Okay. Hey you! Hey you! Hello, you're a good boy. You've been so patient. Alright, I think I gotta go, guys. Record yourself freestyling. See, I can't do that. I'm not an improviser. Hey, you! Come here. He's like, stop talking to yourself. Come and, yeah. Yeah, I don't improvise. That's like what sucks about jamming is, especially if the musicians, especially in metal being so complex, I need them to have their music set for me to write stuff. Hello. Yes. Oh, right in the stomach. You're a good boy. Oh, you're mouthing me, huh? I know. You want me to shut up? Alright, I gotta go. I will see you guys whenever. I have an end screen. Do you want me to play some music? What song should I play while I end this? We played You Won't to Come In. I'll play The Truth. My shirt. Ready? Add to playlist. Boom. What? Music video, guys.
Where are you running from? I can sense your cowardice. It ripples through this body to reveal your weakness. Evade the thoughts of us, but circumvention cannot block. These streets aren't even real and you know it. What are you hiding from? Out of breath, you fear your shadow. Within your mind, you can't escape. Never alone. Cloudy, hot in your ears. My voice will never disappear. It's time to face the truth. Get this out of my head. The demon is awake tonight. Oh, I'm terrified. What if she breaks free? Will this be the end of me? And when you wake, you'll see the world through my eyes. Taste the thrill of the sensations you deny, with the freedom to destroy all these constructs and liberate yourself. Why do you lock me in your mental cage of frozen walls? This futile self-suppression breaks against my sharpened claws. Mirrors reveal my gaze. Beneath the mask your soul decay. You can't ignore the truth. Get this out of my head. The demon is awake tonight. Oh, I'm terrified. What if she breaks free? Will this be the end of me? And when you wake, you'll see the world through my eyes. Taste the thrill of the sensations you deny, with the freedom to destroy all these constructs. I'll liberate you. And everything goes black again. Imagine voices in my head, and what they say sounds like the truth. Have I been hiding from myself? What are we waiting for? Paralyzed by dissonance, a final hesitation. The night that comes between us, shaking the clash of wills, enslaved by your preemptive guilt. But secretly you love this, so just give in. You love the truth.